Sometimes life doesn't whisper, it roars. It throws you into storms you never asked for and gives you situations you wouldn't wish on anyone. In those moments, when the world seems to crumble beneath your feet, it's natural to think, why me? What did I do to deserve this? And perhaps the most painful question of all, am I broken now? But here's the truth I want to share with you, one that I've had to learn through years of pain, reflection, and growth. You are not broken. You are becoming. We live in a culture that equates pain with weakness and struggle with failure. We're taught to hide our scars, to smile when we feel like crying, to be strong by pretending we're not hurting. But that's not real strength. That's emotional survival. And while it may carry you through for a while, it won't transform you. It won't awaken you. It won't heal you. Of what I've come to understand is that transformation often begins where comfort ends. It begins in that exact place where everything feels shattered. It begins when your world turns upside down and you're forced to find yourself in the pieces. That is not the moment of your breaking. That is the beginning of your becoming. You see, becoming is not clean. It's not always poetic or beautiful. It's messy. It's painful. It's confusing. And yes, at times, it feels like the death of everything you knew yourself to be. But isn't that what growth requires? A shedding of the old so that something new can be born. Nature tells us this over and over again. The seed must break open for the tree to grow. The caterpillar must dissolve in its cocoon before it can become a butterfly. Why then do we expect our evolution to be painless? I remember when I first found myself confined to a wheelchair after my accident. It felt like everything I had ever known, everything I had built my identity upon was gone. My ability to walk, to dance, to feel like I belonged in a world obsessed with perfection and physicality, it all disappeared. And in that silence, in that isolation, I could have easily believed I was broken. And many times I almost did. But something within me refused to accept that this was the end of my story. Slowly, I started asking a different question. Instead of why me, I started asking what now. That question opened the door to possibility. It didn't erase the pain, but it gave the pain a purpose. It shifted my focus from what I had lost to what I could still build. And that shift is where becoming begins. You don't become through pretending. You don't become through denial. You become when you confront your reality with honesty and compassion. You become when you give yourself permission to feel the grief, the anger, the confusion, without judgment. You become when you learn to hold your brokenness with tenderness, not shame. Because what you call broken may actually be your breakthrough. There is something profoundly sacred about suffering. I don't say that to romanticize pain. I say it because in pain, we are stripped of all illusions. We come face to face with our deepest truths. We realize what truly matters. We become more present, more human, and often more compassionate. Pain doesn't make you less. It makes you more. In many ways, pain is a mirror. It reflects the parts of us we often hide or ignore. It invites us to go deeper, not just into our wounds, but into our wisdom. The wisdom that says, I am still here. I am still breathing. And if I'm still here, then I am not finished. Think about this: a diamond is formed under pressure. A pearl is formed through irritation. Gold is refined by fire, and the most compassionate hearts are often born from the deepest wounds. So perhaps what you're going through isn't the evidence of your brokenness, but the very process that is shaping your strength. Becoming doesn't mean you forget what hurt you. It means you transform what hurt you. It means you allow your pain to become a pathway, not a prison. It means you choose to rise, not in spite of your wounds, but with your wounds. And when you do that, when you carry your scars like medals instead of shame, you give others permission to do the same. That's the power of becoming. It's not about returning to who you once were. It's about rising into someone you've never been before. Stronger, wiser, softer, braver. There will be days when you will feel like you are drowning in your emotions. There will be days when the weight of your journey feels too heavy to bear. On those days, I want you to remember this: becoming is not linear. Healing is not a straight road. Some days you will feel powerful, other days fragile, but neither day defines your worth. Every part of your process is sacred. Every emotion is valid. Every step counts. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. And in your becoming, you are creating a life that is not just about survival, but about depth, about truth, about joy that is not superficial, but hard-won. You are creating a life that is more aligned, more rooted, and more awake than anything you could have built without the fire. So take a moment and look at your life, not just the good parts, but the hard parts. See them not as a list of failures, but as chapters of becoming. Each one carved you. Each one taught you. Each one added something to your soul that could not have been learned any other way. And if you can hold that truth even on your darkest days, then you've already begun. You are already transforming. You are already becoming. You don't need to be unscarred to be whole. You need only be willing to rise again and again with grace, with honesty, and with the quiet knowing that you are not broken. You are becoming.